Okay, so everyone has been asking me to do a settings guide video for the new wipe and everything. Like, what's my settings? What's my sense? What do I use to run the game and shit? So I have no idea how to do an intro for this type of video. So yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so the first thing I do every day when I get into the game is go into the logs and just delete everything. Just shift delete, it insta deletes it. You don't have to worry about like going to the recycle bin to delete it. Everything done. Second, second thing I do, clear cache. Those are the two main things I do in the launcher. I don't touch nothing else. Anything else. Anything else, it's just I just leave it by default. Another thing that helps a lot. This program is called Process Lasso. It pretty much just helps you run the game smoother. Ever since I've been running it, my game has felt so much better. Like, even when I stream and I also record local, I have zero issues with it. So if you don't stream and you don't record and you just play the game, I'm sure this will help you like a ton. What I do here is I go here when I have the game open. I go CPU affinity, always disable SMT, and I go to main, active power profile, and I go high performance. This has helped me ever since I discovered it. There's no real point on getting to the details of it. It just works. It works fine for me. It's completely free. So yeah. Also, all my socials are on the video description, so go follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and I recently made a Discord so you can stay updated on all the new videos and every time I go live on Twitch. You can also find people to play and ask questions and come hang out with me. Okay, so in-game settings. I always have these three on always shown just because I like seeing my stance. I like seeing the hot bar on the top, and yeah, that this is just really uh personal preference. If you want to auto hide or always hidden, you do you. Yeah, these two settings I really find every time I turn them on, I'm pretty sure they don't do anything. And yeah, I just turned them off because I'm pretty sure only use physical cores only works when you turn on the game for the first time. So yeah, I just have it always turned off. I play on 66 FOV. This is just preferences. It also when you're using one-time sites, uh, the zoom feels bigger. So yeah. Graphic settings. Texture quality on medium, shadows on low, object LOD quality 2, overall visibility 1500. Shadow quality low. I've seen people say that if you put it on high, it stops the stuttering and increases your FPS somehow, but I haven't really seen any differences from when I put it from low to high. So yeah, DLSS on quality, uh, HBAO off, SSR off, anti-tropic filtering off, NVIDIA reflex low latency on plus boost. Uh, I do not run Streets lower texture resolution mode because of the videos and because I can just put it on medium and just run it completely fine. And that's basically the main reason, and because my PC can handle it. So, but if your PC cannot handle it, you can just put it on here. It's fine. The game is just not optimized. So yeah, PostFX. These are my PostFX. They're great. Like ever since I've used them, I've never changed them. So yeah, this is just it. I don't change anything on my monitor. I don't use no crazy nighttime post effects cuz yeah, I just don't. I just even when I'm now running night vision, I can see pretty good. So, yeah. Also, audio. This is the audio. I don't use binaural. I haven't tried it with the new audio and everything, but binaural fucking kills your FPS. Plus, Audio doesn't work half of the time in the game, so who gives a shit? Okay, settings and controls. Okay, so my mouse sensitivity is 0.7, and while aiming is 0.47. This has no science to it. Like, I've seen people go crazy about EDPI and everything. The way I did it and the way I always did it, and it works fine for me. Also, I play on 1000 DPI. This sense can be like pretty high, but I've gotten used to it. So the way I always found my mouse sensitivity on any game is I put my mouse in the middle of the mouse pad and I go right. And if my character can do a 180, like if I'm facing forward and I can do a 180 when I go to the right side, then it's good. And then I put it back on the middle if I can, and go to the left. If my character can do a 180, it's good. So if it's not, I'll just adjust it depending on the game. But yeah, so yeah, this is how I've always discovered my sensibility and everything. There's not really much science to it. There's no perfect sense. There's no this sense will make you crazy good at the game. Just play the game and your muscle memory will come with the sensibility that you have. I have a friend that plays on crazy high sense and it's fine to him. So I have my lean right and left on my mouse um and on EQ. And the reason is sometimes in some fights I like to spam lean left and right just because it throws the opponent's aim off and that shit's just broken. So I use it. But with lean on your mouse, you can also peek corners differently and you can do just a bunch of different stuff that you couldn't if you had your lean on your EQ. So if your mouse has a lot of buttons, like I use the Logitech G502, if you can put it on the mouse, it'll make a huge difference. It's game changing, really. Next, switch fire mode. I put it on B just because I like to spam it. Slot 4. I've seen a lot of people asking me, how do you do the drop down menu when you heal? This is how. Slot 4, I use all my heals here. Salewa, AFAC, everything. I just put it on release and just keep pressing and just scroll down with just scroll wheel. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so I've seen people say that using macros is cheating. I just think it's cringe. Let's just get over it. To do the macros, it's really not that complicated. What I use on my mouse, I use these two buttons to switch the magnification of the sight, and this one to switch the tactical device, like between laser, flashlight, infrared, and everything. And I use the lean on these two buttons, and I switch between sights on this button. But the thing is, when you come into Tarkov, you can't just, if I go into lean, you can see that mouse 3 and mouse 4, which are these ones right here, these ones you can program them by default on any game. But in Tarkov, you have to use the macros. So this is why I have the arrow keys on switch between sights, magnification scope, and tactical device mode. So the way you do this, it's really simple. You go into macro, and I'm just gonna name it test. You do sequence, and this panel is going to show up. If you don't have a Logitech mouse, it's completely fine too. There's like a dozen programs you can use to do macros, and most of them are the same as this. I just use this because it's the mouse program. So yeah, you want to click here, you want to go record, and you want to hit the key you want. So for example, let's say I want the down key. So I'm going to go down like this. Okay, and you also want to uncheck this. So then you want to go here, record again, and do the same. Key, just press it twice, and then stop recording. And here you want to do the same. You want to press it twice, and stop recording. Okay, so when you have this, you just want to change all these numbers to 0, and you want to delete this one and move this into here. Then you want to take this one out, delete this one, delete this one, and delete this one. Keep these two arrows down and the arrow on the first thing up. And you want to do the same thing. I'm gonna come here, change this to 0, and here you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna delete this, and delete this one, and you want to keep these two arrows up. Okay, so after you're done with all this, what you want to do is on the first press, there's a plus button right here. So what you want to do is you want to click it, you want to go system, and you want to go mouse, and you want to select which of these, let's say I want to assign this, macro to DPI shift, which is this button right here. I just go DPI shift, and that's it. So after you've done all this, you just want to save it, click yes, and then all you do is just drag it to the whichever button you want. And when you go into the game settings and you click on switch tactical device, if you click the mouse button, if you click the mouse button you assign to the letter, it will automatically change to like the down arrow key, for example. So if I want to change my tactical device mode, I click it and I just change it to the key that I want. So when I go into here, switch tactical device, I just click whichever mouse button I assign the key to, and that's it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video. I hope to see you on the stream and on Discord. Okay, see you.